The one thing that will always make them come back is the realization of what they lost. The people don't recognize the value of what they have until it's no longer within their reach. Distance often becomes the mirror where people see their own mistakes reflected. When someone walks away from genuine love, they eventually realize it's irreplaceable. True connections leave a void that no superficial relationships can fill. They may leave in search of something better, but the memory of unconditional love lingers. Time has a way of teaching lessons that words cannot. When you stop chasing someone, they start noticing the space your absence creates. Silence speaks louder than explanations when they realize they've been taken for granted. Sometimes, people only come back because they see how well you've grown without them. Walking away from someone who undervalued you is the first step to making them realize your worth. Absence forces people to reflect on what they had and why they lost it. Yet the strength you show in letting go is often what draws them back. People often confuse availability with permanence until it's no longer there. When you value yourself, others begin to see your worth more clearly. The energy you pour into yourself is the light they'll notice from afar. They come back, not because you need them, but because they need what you offered unconditionally. And the love you gave them was a gift they couldn't find elsewhere, even when they tried. Self-respect is the most magnetic force. It draws the right people back and keeps the wrong ones away. When they realize you won't settle for less than you deserve, they'll question why they ever gave you less. The peace you create for yourself becomes the calm they crave in their chaos. Sometimes their return is not about you. It's about them seeking the security they once took for granted. That people often forget what they had until they see you thriving without them. You don't need to beg anyone to stay. Your absence will say everything they need to hear. When you stop giving someone your energy, they start feeling the coldness of your distance. The hardest truth for them to face is realizing you were never replaceable. The kindness they took for granted is the one thing they'll search for in everyone else but never find. Letting them go is the lesson that teaches them who truly mattered. People always return to the spaces where they felt understood and accepted. Your growth without them is the loudest message you can send. They'll come back when they realize that no one else loved them with the same depth and sincerity. The moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means you've made peace with their absence. When you stop proving your worth, they start noticing it on their own. The silence you leave behind becomes the loudest reminder of the love they lost. People are drawn to authenticity, and when you stay true to yourself, they'll feel it even from a distance. And the things they once ignored about you are the things they'll miss the most. And the way you loved them becomes their benchmark for what love should feel like. And sometimes they come back not because they've changed, but because they realize you're the best they'll ever have. They'll remember the way you made them feel, safe, valued, and seen. When they see you living happily without them, they'll question their choices.